Jesus didn't say, pick up your pillow. He said, pick up your cross. That means there will be weight, there will be struggle, there will be days you wonder if you can keep going. But it's in that very struggle that strength is born. Every sacrifice, every prayer, every act of obedience is shaping you into someone the old you wouldn't even recognize. The cross was never meant to make you comfortable. It's meant to make you faithful. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves because we're about to pour some magic. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the cast with me today. We're going to pour some of my new molds today. These are molds that I just recently made, and I want to pour them and check them out before I put them in my shop. And I also like to get some feedback from you all to see if you even like them. This is one that I'm very excited about. It's a longhorn cow head, and I bedazzled it up, so I made it Tammy style. So I'm really excited to pour in it and see how it turns out. Then we have way too many pendant molds here. We can't pour them all today. Just can't. But we're going to do some of them, and then we'll do some more in another video. So the ones I really want to check out right now are these, because I had to pour these. Let's see here. These two right here, you're not working backwards in the molds. The way they're set up in the back, I had to pour the mold like this. So I don't know how they're going to work out, and I want to see how they're going to do before we move further with them going into my shop. Okay, so we're going to pour those, and then these two right here are the same pendant, but I cut them out two different ways, and I want to see what's going to work the best. This one I trimmed it completely out, and then this one I left it right there so it would capture that back real nice and neat. But I don't know if that's going to be a problem or if it's going to be just fine. So we're going to do that and check that out. So that's 4 that we have to pour over there. And then over here on this side, these are 3 that I've already poured a little bit of resin inside of them. And I placed some of my little inlays in there and pulled them out. The only thing I done in these was pour resin in, place an inlay in there, let it cure, and pulled it out. That's all I done. So together, we're going to brush in something to bring that detail out that I put in there, the little inlay, and then we're going to pour them. This one has little inlays in it too. And this one has the tree of life in it. So that's what we're going to do today. So grab your gloves. Let's get to pouring, my friends. Before we pour any resin, we need to get these brushed in. So let's see here. I think I'm going to use this green for that tree of life in the Intense Communion Powders by Let's Resin. And for this dog paw, I'm going to do the deep blue. And then there's a little heart shaped in one of the paws. I'm going to do that in pink. But I don't have a pink in here, so we'll have to find one somewhere else. And then over here, we'll borrow this green and brush in the greenery. There's a flower, some greenery around it, and there's a butterfly in there. So we'll just capture that butterfly in one of the Intense Chameleon colors too. Maybe we'll borrow the blue for it. I don't use these a lot. Let's get these out and see if we can find something in here that will work for us. That's orchid. Maybe that will work for the heart in the paw over there. That's Sadie Brown. That won't work. And that's Sienna. And Papaya Whip. Probably be out of one of those. I'm going to turn these upside down in here because I get tired of having to pull all of them out of the box when I could just take a look down in there and see. There we go. I don't think we'll be using any of these, but we'll set them over there just in case. Let me get some brushes and we will start. I think I might just use this one because it's, and this one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this Tree of Life brushed in. But you know, I think I kind of want to do that. Well, I'm not going to go in with a bunch of colors in there because then we'll just have a big old mess. Alright, let's see if we can get this brushed in without making a mess. So good. So far, so good. Okay, that looks good. I'll clean it up just a little bit. Not much cleanup to do, but we'll get it. Now I'm going to scoot over here and get this greenery in this one. Let's see here. There's some here. A little bit there. A little bit there. There's a bunch over here. That's a beautiful inlay. Beautiful. So dainty. Tiny and dainty. It's a hibiscus. Okay, I think we got all the greenery. Now we need to get the butterfly and the flower. Should we do them the same color? What about... Let's try this Papaya Whip. For the hibiscus. Now this. Okay, I'm going to clean it up a little bit and then we'll be done. I wanted to show you what I'm working on. I'm working on this right here. It has taken me a long time to get to this point. All of the rhinestones that I laid. Now the edges are strips. I didn't place those each. It's strips. But this is going to be a coaster holder. I'm not finished with it yet. I need to place some more tiny rhinestones through here. And then I'm finished with it. And I'm going to make a mold out of it because I want this as a coaster holder. And maybe somebody else would like to have one too. But let me show you. When you put it like this, you can't put a coaster in it because it'll fall over, right? So I have these little cute feet molds. I made them from kitchen knobs. And I'm going to make 4 of them and put them on the bottom here. And then that's going to lift them up a little bit off of the table, and then your coasters will fit in there perfectly. See there? So that's what I'm in the process of right now, working on this. I think it's going to be so cute. And if you have an idea for what to put on the bottom, let me know. I'd like to hear it. We have these brushed in, so now we can go ahead and mix up some epoxy resin and get these pendants poured, and then we'll work on the longhorn head. I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. Has a part A and a part B. I mixed up 8 mils. Yeah, because we don't need a lot. And I separated it into these 3 cups so it wasn't all sitting in one cup. So because it may get real hot, all of it sitting in one cup. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm thinking about doing these 3 different ways. So maybe I might have some new subscribers that may be new to resin, and they might want to see what it looks like with a black background on the chameleon powders versus a transparent or a white. So let's do those 3 ways. For the Tree of Life, I think I'm going to do that one with a transparent dark background. So let's go with my Octopus Fluid Ink in Midnight. Now, if you'd like to try the Octopus inks, in my opinion, they are the best alcohol inks on the market. So they are not from the US though. I do know a US seller that has them in her shop. Her name is Laura, and I will link her shop below. And I also have a discount code to share with you where you can save some money while you're there, and I'll bop it up here for you. These inks are wonderful. I absolutely love them, and I'm so glad I tried them. They are top notch. We're going to use the Midnight in that tree right there of life. So let's go ahead and I'm not going to, let's see. I want to put a little bit of alcohol up here. I'm just going to spritz a little bit there in hopes that we don't get a bubble in that up there. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up and drop my resin in there. But I need to be careful because I have resin in the bottom as well, and I don't want to separate it from the mold. And then we'll fix that bubble. It's easy to fix. Easy peasy. And sometimes you don't get it in there, but sometimes you will. I'm just going to put 2 drops because this alcohol ink is a very pigmented. And I'm just going to do a few little swirls in there with my little tool here. Okay. Now we're going to fix that bubble. So you just pour right there in that little spout until you get the mold filled. Now our bubble is gone. It's right there. See it? I just popped it. Now we're going to scoot that resin right off the top there because we know the bubble's gone. Now we're going to let that sit and cure. Clean my tool back up before I put it up. I tell you, I have not found a pair of tweezers that I am happy with yet. I tried the silicone tipped ones. I don't like them. I can't keep a pair that's worth anything. I did have a pair that I liked, but resin got on them, and I kept cleaning them until they just got all out of whack, so I ended up having to throw them away. Okay, this one right here we're going to do in, let's see. We need to do one of them in black and one of them in white, because that one's done in transparent. So we'll have an opaque, a transparent, and a white background. So which one do we want to do? Let's do the paw print in black and this one in white. And I'm just going to grab this deep black. There's the brand right there. I got it off of Amazon. And I bought it because it came in a group of 4 or 5 different colors. And I wanted the color that was in the kit. So I have never used this black before. This will be my first time. It looks like a little bit of silver flakes in it or something. I don't know if you can see it. It's really pretty. I guess you're supposed to keep that right there. Maybe. I don't know. Last time I threw them away, my mica went all outside my thing, my little pot, every time I opened the lid. So I'll just leave it in there. It's just something extra you have to take off when you open it. Okay, now let's get this ready. Some white for that one. So we're just going to use what's left in this cup. And I'm going to use, for my white, let's do my mother of pearl. I love this white right here. Oh, it's beautiful. It's white, but it gives, when you turn it, it gives like a pearl look. Kind of like the inside of a seashell. You know how it has that pearl look to it? So it kind of looks like that. And I get this from my local Hobby Lobby store. I don't know if they have it on Amazon or not. All right, let's go ahead and put the black in here. We'll fill those spaces up. Now I'm going to spritz some alcohol in there since we've got the space filled where the mic is at, the chameleon powder. That way it won't float all around our piece. Okay, I think that's it. We can't go over that little thing there, because then you won't be able to loop it through unless you used your drill. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some of this right here. Let it make its way over the little butterfly and the greenery. Hopefully we won't get a bubble. Now we're going to spritz some alcohol in there to help out with any bubbles on the edges. And I think that looks good. Might put a little bit more. Okay, perfect. I have these little things by Baltic Day. They say they're diamond dust, super sparkle diamond powder. And I haven't used them much at all because I don't know what, when I use a product, I like to know how could I bring out the best in that product. So I really haven't played with them a whole lot. But this right here says it's Aurora Green Diamond. So I wonder if we put a little bit in here. Not much, just a tiny, tiny bit. Because that tree is green. And just stir it up just a little. Just like that. Have any of you used these a lot? And if you have, what do you use them for? How do you use them? I'm going to move these out of the way, and then we're going to get started on these. For this starfish, I want to, it's not real deep, but I have these tiny, tiny shells here. So I wonder if we could get a few in there. Let's see. I'm going to spritz some alcohol in there. And then we're going to go ahead and put some clear resin down in this little loop here, to make sure we don't get a bubble in there. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of resin in here. Not much, just a little. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to put these in there or not. Let's see if we can get a little bit of sand down here. And this may not turn out how I'm envisioning it, but we're going to give it a go. I'm going to get some little tiny ones. Man, look how tiny that one is. That's real tiny. Put a little drop of epoxy resin right there next to it. Now we're going to, let's see if I can make this work. I don't know if it's going to or not. I'm going to put a little bit of resin in each of these cups, just a tad, not much. Then we're going to use this blue thistle, dark navy, and turquoise blue. This one is one of Laura's, from Laura's Art Corner. Now I'm going to get the Angel White by Laura's pigment paste from Laura's Art Corner. I just stick the very tip of my stick in there. We do not need a lot of that. What I'm going to try to do is make a little beach scene in there. Little ocean. So that's what we're going to try. Okay, I'm going to start with this dark color. Then I'm going to move up to this lighter blue. A little bit more of that darker blue in there. Then I'm going to grab the turquoise. And then I'm going to get the white. Now we're going to try to blow that white down to make some waves. Alright, that's how I'm going to leave it. I don't know how it's going to turn out because remember, we're not working backwards in this mold. So what we see is what we get from the front. And I have a little bit of room left in there, so we're just going to, let's see. Let's go ahead and just put the clear resin on the top. I was going to wait and then put it on there, but let's go ahead and top it off. There we go. Hopefully it'll turn out beautiful. I'll run the heat gun through it a little bit. Spritz some alcohol on it. And we're just going to leave it to cure. For this one, I want to do plum, gold, soft mauve, and a little bit of magnolia shimmer, and maybe a little hint of white. We'll see if we can get it in there. This resin's getting a little bit too thick, so see how it works. Don't need a lot of that, just a tiny, tiny bit. Same with this one, just a tiny bit. Of this in there. The angel white. I mean, just the tip of the stick. That's it. Kind of give it a little bit of a translucent look. I don't know if I can pull it off, but we're going to try. All right, this resin's getting thick on me, you guys. We're going to have to hurry up and pour it. All right, I'm going to spritz some alcohol down into the mold there. And this is the one that has the silicone layer on the outside. See it? And this one doesn't, but it's the same exact piece. So I'm just going to take my stick here and just go around with the color. I'm laying my first layer down, what I want to see on the other side. Now we're going to spritz some alcohol. And we're finished with that one. Okay, now we need to hurry up and pour this one. I've got a little bit of resin left over here. Let's do this one in alcohol ink since the resin is getting warm on us. That way we won't have to stir up any mica powders or anything in it. We can just pour it and drop the inks. Sometimes the inks will do crazy things when the resin is hot like this. You know, because it's almost to the point where it's curing. I mean, it is curing. I didn't mean to say that. Okay, so now we're going to drop some inks in and then fill it up. I'm going to use Smurf and Plum. Oops, I see a bubble. Let me get the bubble. I see two of them. I'm just going to nudge them so they can come to the top and pop. That would not be pretty. A bubble on the front of our pendant. Now I'm going to go in with the Smurf. I like to clean the top of my ink bottles because it's really hard for them to open and close if you let that ink dry on them. Okay, now we're going to take some of the Let's Resin white ink to drop in there. I love the effect I get with this and the octopus inks. I love the ones that Octopus has too. But we're just going to use these today. Okay, that looks good. We got one more pendant to do, but I'm going to have to do it with the resin that we mix up for the longhorn cow head, because this is too, we can't use this. We only have just a tiny bit left in each cup. Not enough to even fool with, so we did good with what we had. Now I'm going to spritz some alcohol on these, and then we're going to go set them on the other table, and I'm going to go get the longhorn cow head, and then we'll pour this one and that other mold. I mixed up some more resin, and I have 4 cups here with a little bit of resin in each of them. And I want to use these colors here. They're pigment paste. They're from Osbang or Osbang. One of my subscribers got me these. But they came in a kit all together, all these colors. And I have a shirt that has these colors in it. This yellow, this green, and this purple. And then we're going to put the white in there. So I'm going to mix all these colors up in here. I do, if I remember correctly, I haven't used these much, but if I remember correctly, they're very transparent. So let's see if I'm right. This is the green. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just clean this stick off. Now we're going to get the purple. Now the white. And now the yellow. I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol on our mold here. And then I'm just going to dip in here and get some of the resin out. And we're going to go ahead and get it in the opening right there. So hopefully we won't get a bubble. There's one in there right now, trying to get out. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and get our colors in there. Let me get you down a little bit so you can see. Get some of that clear out of there. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay down my colors. Try to do it quick so I can get each color in there. Yay, I did it! Now I'm going to go back over each color. I think this one's going to be cute. What do you think? Alright, we're going to spritz some alcohol on it to pop any of those bubbles. And now we're going to work on this beautiful Longhorns cow. Get zoomed back out right about there. And we have extra resin left over, so let's go ahead and pour this. This is one of my new pendant molds. Let's go ahead and pour it, because I don't want to waste this resin. And it's the same colors we just used, but we're going to use them a little bit different. See, one I wasn't intending on pouring today. I love how it's designed on the other side. It's really pretty. Now we can start on this one. Let me clean my mess up. I've got some crazy ideas for this one. This is my first time pouring it ever. So, yeah, we're gonna make it beautiful. Here's my idea. I want to put a little bit of alcohol in each of these cups here. Then I'm just going to put that over my mold so none of it flies in my mold. And I want to get out these Into Resin Intense Chameleon powders. I want this one and this one. And we're going to take them and put some of them down in this alcohol here. They are notorious for flying everywhere. Now we're going to mix them up in that alcohol. And then we're going to use a paintbrush to brush it on. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we're going to try it. Then for the rest of the cow head, I want to do it in the Midnight Octopus ink with some of the chameleon powders mixed in with that Midnight. I want them flying around in there a little bit. And I may switch to one of the powders. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. But let's go ahead and brush it in right quick. And I'm just going to grab this little brush right here. It's just a little cheapo. And let's see if this is going to work. I want to do this here. I know it does not look very dark to you, but I'm telling you, it's brushed in there. And I may have put too much alcohol in it. Or probably should let it dry a little bit. I don't know. Try to get some of the bigger chunks out of there on my brush. And I'm definitely going to let that dry before we pour in it. Now I'm going to switch to the other color. Let me get a little bit on my... And now I want to go on the outside rim here with this other color. Just a light brush stroke. I don't want it going down into the mold. Just like that. And now in here, where that's at, I'm going to go in with this blue. And for those of you that asked me about the link to this, I did get it in my description box. There's something wrong with my description box. I have reached out to YouTube about it. It's been going on for several months now. I will add everything to my description box 5 or 6 times. And do y'all know how long that takes? That takes a long time. And I will go out of my description box and think that it's okay. And then somebody tells me the links aren't in your description box. So I go back and I look, and they did not post. So I have to do it over and over and over again for it to actually work. So if you don't see something in my description box, just let me know and I will get you the link. Hopefully they'll get it fixed soon. I don't know, but it's frustrating. Okay, that is dry. Didn't take long with this little fan. And I haven't even recharged this since we used it for the Cayman's K alcohol inks. It's still going. Man, that was the best money I think I've ever spent in art supplies, was buying that fan. Because it wasn't pricey at all. And they had some that were pricey, $35 and up. Okay, I'm going to take this Q-tip here and, well, I'm not going to clean that out. It might be pretty just to leave it in there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go in with this. I think I'm going to drop the inks in after we get the resin in there. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol down in there because these molds are notorious. If you have any type of diamonds down in there, bubbles will form in them. And they're already forming. So I'm going to stop right here. And I'm going to go ahead and get these bubbles out right quick. And I'm just going to take this tool here and move it through everything. Now I'm going to get those flakes back out and we're going to bop a few of those in there. Now we're going to go ahead and top the mold off. Okay, we're finished. I'm going to take my heat gun, run it through there, pop any surface bubbles right quick. Spritz some alcohol. And I will meet you back for demold. See you later. It's demold time. We're going to do this first because I'm super excited to see how this turned out. And then we'll do all the pendants next because we got a half a table full. Here we go. Oh, come on and release. There we go. Oh, did I forget to tell y'all that it's going to be matte? I think I forgot to tell you that. He's still a little bit soft. Okay. Come on out of there, buddy. Okay, are you ready? Oh, goodness, I hope it's beautiful.
Oh, it is! Look at that!
It's so pretty. Now, I would like to get some more color in here. It really didn't hold all of our color in there, did it? No, I would like for the color to have been a little bit darker. But it's real subtle through there. And I love the horns. They're beautiful. Yeah, they are beautiful. I absolutely love this. But I'm not done with it. I'm going to make a few more changes to it. On the head here, I'd like to bring the rhinestones out a little bit more through here, or up that way and down a little bit here. And then here I'd like to put a little bit more. I just didn't want to overdo it, you know. I don't want to bling the whole thing out. But this turned out really cute. Really cute. Oh, I absolutely love it. And I'm going to put something on the back here where we can hang it. And you could hang stuff off of the horns too. With it being on the wall, you can still slide things on the horns and hang it from the horns. What do you think? Look at those colors in there. I should have put a little bit more in there, huh? I was scared I had too much. But that might just be the right amount. I think it's so pretty. I put a few rhinestones on here so I could look and see what other changes I wanted to make to him. So I'm going to add 2 right here. Or 1. I'm thinking maybe 1 right there. Add 1 more down the jawline. And that one there. And I think I'm going to send this mold right here to Tim over at Base Resonator. He lives in Texas and he loves Texas themed art. So I really think he would enjoy this mold. Shh, don't tell him. I need to find his address out though, because I don't know what his address is. So if anybody has it, if you could email it to me, that would be wonderful. But I'm going to take this chrome high gloss liquid marker from Let's Resin. And I want to bedazzle this up a bit more. I think I want to go right through here, right down here, and back up. And then come out here. Bring it right up there. And then let's come up through here. Just like that. And then let's go right around these jagged edges right here. That's the bone in the eyes. That's going to look amazing. Yes, I love it. And then when we send that mold to Tim over at Base Resonator, it would be exciting to see how he creates in the mold. How different his is compared to mine. Won't that be fun? Okay, what else can we do? Should we stop there? Or should we highlight this a little bit? Make it look more rugged. That looks so good. Oh, I love it. Let's see, let's go right up through here. Just a little bit. Right where those bone lines are at. Cracks in the bone. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that is beautiful. I love it. Now I can give this one to my daughter. She's having a fit for one. Or I might keep this one for myself. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's time to demold our pendants, so let's get them out. Which one do we want to get out first? Now, this one I poured when I had some extra resin, so you didn't see me pour this one. But I think we poured all these together, I think. Or did we? Yeah. Yeah, I think we did all these together. Because that was an extra after all of these. So this is the only one I threw in that you didn't see. So let's demold it. I put my alcohol ink in it. It has a really neat design on the top. I don't remember which color I put in here. It was either grape juice or beet juice. One of the two. In octopus inks. Okay, let's see. The next one, let's see the difference in these two. Okay, this one's got the silicone around. And this one, I cut it all the way off. So let's see how this one looks. Oh, that turned out pretty. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that's so pretty. The center, we just need to take this right here. Here we go. That turned out pretty. Now let's get this one out. And what I'm going to do is just pick that silicone up and push it back. See that? Just going to pick it up and push it back. I'll walk around the piece and push it back. Now, we're going to pull it out. And there's the mold intact. And there's our piece. Let's see the back. So, which do you like better? I like this one better. Because you see how the edges are a little sharp here? And then they're more rounded here. This is more like the master than this. So I think I'm going to leave the silicone intact around the back. Because it gives it a nice rounded piece. And this kind of flattens it out on the back. Do you see the difference I'm talking about? But isn't that shimmer beautiful that I put in there from Laura's Art Corner? I think it's the Magnolia shimmer. I think that's the one we used. Okay, next up, let's do this cross. Now you'd have to put a piece on the back. See, it has a little area there, but I don't know. It's not coming all the way through. I don't know why. And I've made 3 of them, and all 3 done the same thing. Where part of the little nipple there, little nib, just pulled right off. I don't understand that. I want to see how the back of this one turns out. Now this one's not working backwards in the mold, so you're probably going to have to dome this piece. So it might be smart to leave it in the mold and not demold it. Go ahead and put your dome on the top, let it cure, and then demold it. Because it won't sit flat unless you put it in a bed of rice. If you don't top coat it before you take it out. Trying to make sure I get it out of there. Should have let it cure a little bit longer. I don't want to break it. There we go. See, it's got that on the back that holds your necklace. Just need to pinch it back. Let it cure. See there? And it'll fully cure like that, and it'll hold your necklace in there. This one's another one like this. You're going to go ahead and have to top coat it before you demold it, or you'll have to put it in a bed of rice because it won't sit flat on the back. This one's just like this one. See? And there it is. It would have been really pretty on the to be turned this way. And I guess you could wear it that way if you wanted to. I don't see why you couldn't. Do the heart. Did I get a few what is that in there? I don't see anything in the mold. But that turned out really cute, other than the little spots. I don't know what that is. But it's sort of a bummer, because that's really cute. Okay, let's get... I want to say the Tree of Life for last. I don't know why, but I just do. Now I want you to see how this one's designed on the front, because you can't tell it really by looking at the mold. You ready? Look at that. See how it comes out, dips out? Oh, that turned out really pretty. But if I had to do it again, I would, I don't know, maybe drop this down a little bit. Like down here. I take this and put it maybe down here. So this is another one that's designed like these. But I didn't have to do these backwards, where you're not working backwards in the mold. But you will have to take something like this and just go in there, run it around, just like that. That just picks right off. You'll never even know it's there. Comes right off. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. To me, anyway, this one is my favorite out of all of them. And I had no idea what it was going to look like. None whatsoever. Something was telling me to save it for last. Look at the color we're getting. Do you see the blue? the green, the yellow, the gold. It's throwing off all kinds of colors. Now that's what a chameleon powder or an intense chameleon powder does when you back it with a black or a translucent black. And here is what J-Diction sent us to review on the channel. I thought it would fit perfectly for something like this because we're always looking for something that will strong bond our pieces so they don't pop off. And I was really excited to open my emails 2 weeks ago, I think. It was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and see J-Diction's email there asking if I'd like to be an affiliate with them. Isn't that amazing? I thought it was. Okay, let's get in this box and see what they sent us for our very first review of J-Diction's products. Oh, we got epoxy glue. 5-minute fast setting epoxy glue, and it's clear. Look at that. So we got 2 tubes here, which part A is on one side and part B is on the other. See, it's 2 tubes put together. And y'all know I've been using that 5-minute epoxy adhesive off of Amazon. So I'm really excited to see how this performs. We got some little cups here. And these right here pushes the glue up. So we got 1 for each. We got some lollies. That's to stir it with. You know, you put it in here, part A and B in there, and then you stir it. And then here's the user manual to teach us how to use it. And they sent us some gloves. I love these white gloves right here, but they always send me the big gloves. That's okay. I still use them for like sanding and things like that. I just have tiny hands. I've decided we're going to do an eye pin screw in this one. So, and then we're going to put these on that one. On these 2. I need to file the edges on this one a little bit though. But that one's going to go on there. And then this one's going to go on here. But I was thinking, don't they take these right here and loop this through there some kind of way? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know how to do it, but let's just say they go there and then go back through it. Kind of like that. And I've seen some of them that are beautifully wrapped. You know, I don't know how they do it, but that's another way. So we're going to do this one like that to give us a different look. Okay. I'm going to have to look that up though and see how to do that. But yeah, we're going to do this one like that. And then we're going to use the J-Diction bonding glue on these 3 because I like to make my hole. This is a spring-loaded drill from littlewindows.com. I absolutely love it. It gets your hole started. So let's see. Let's go about right there. Okay. I got those filed on the edges. Right. Now let's check out the directions. Let's see what it says here. J-Diction's clear epoxy glue design with quick curing and versatile two-component resin that provides strong, durable adhesion. It's easy to use, cures quickly, making it a convenient solution for everyday repairs and bonding applications. It bonds wood, concrete, metal, ceramic, plaster, plastic, glass, and tile. Fast-setting, durable epoxy glue provides great bonding on wood. Okay, operation 3 minutes, initial setting 5 minutes, fully cured 30 minutes, maximum adhesive is 24 hours. I don't know what it means by mark the lid. I don't know, I'm just going to do what they did in the picture there. They've got one side marked black, and this is marked black. Oh, I see why. Because you want to make sure you don't get part B over there on part A. See? That's the glue right there. So you want to make sure you screw it, you get the right one on there. So I marked it. So you want to make sure you put it right back down like that and close it. So you're not mixing part B with A. Okay. All right. Okay. That's more than we needed, but here we go. Go ahead and I'm going to dip that right in there in that glue. Okay, there's that one. Now let's go ahead and get some on here. Get that on there. Okay, we're going to give them 5 minutes to dry. And then we'll take a look at them. It's been about 3 minutes, so I'm just going to make sure those are pushed down. They look good. Make sure everything's straight. All right, shouldn't be much longer. I went and got my drill and went ahead and drilled right on through that. And now we have that one. Let's get this on here. And these are, they're not fully cured yet because it's still a little tacky on the back. But I will definitely let you know how these are holding up for me. And we're going to use them in a lot of our videos moving forward. So we can see what we really think about this Jdiction Clear Epoxy Glue. 5-minute fast setting glue. But remember, the directions said, even though it sets in 5 minutes, it's not fully cured until 30 minutes and maximum adhesive 24 hours. So keep that in mind. But I will definitely let you know how these are holding up for me. But so far, I love the ease of it. It's very easy, very simple. Just put that in there. You know, you mark your spot on the cap and close it and open it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It even has the directions on the back of the tube. I didn't see that till now. And I did wipe the nozzle clean before I screwed it back on. So you have to make sure you do that. You don't want your lid bonding to your thing here. That wouldn't be very much fun. Okay, let's see. Let's go for this one right here. And we're going to have to get the jump ring because this is not going to go through there. We would almost make it, but not. And I don't have any of the eye pin screws that have a bigger hole in them. I need to get some more, but I just haven't. Whoops. And there's that one. Turned out nice. Now let's get these. We need to be careful with them though. We don't want to be tugging on them a lot because they're not fully cured yet. I think I might have to take this off to get this one. Nope, it went through. That is beautiful. I love that one. I don't know where the rest of that one ran off to. And there's that one. Isn't that cute how that one's designed? You could probably take your gold tipped, I don't know if I can get that in there or not, but we'll try. Probably take that and go in there. Clean it up a little bit. Isn't that cute? So cute! And that is the Let's Resin chrome marker that I'm using. And since that's going to be on your neck and it's not going to be, you know, handled a whole lot, I wouldn't worry about sealing it. And on this one right here, you could take your chrome marker and just right down the edge. And that would be cute. Yep. You could make it thicker too. Just a thought. And here's all of our pendants. And then the glue that we used to place on several of our bells on the back. So let me know what you think about my pendants. And let me know which is your favorite and which ones you'd like to see in my shop. Because I don't want to put them in there if you're not going to be interested in them. I think all of these are beautiful. Each and every one of them. There's not one here that I do not like. And let me know what you think about my beautiful longhorn cow head. What changes would you make to it for the next mold? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. And what color would you like to see my longhorn cow done in next? Sneak peek. Look at that little inlay. Isn't that beautiful? So stinking cute. I can't wait to use this little guy. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.